Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go, this is Valley News Live at 5.
A Fargo man has been arrested, considered a suspect in the death of a man at an apartment building. 29-year-old Daniel Habinger called police early this morning to let authorities know he was involved in a fight that led to another man's death. Valley News Team's Ashley Holcomb has been following this story all day and joins us live from on the scene with more details. Ashley?
Andrea, I spoke with neighbors earlier today, and they told me that this apartment complex has had quite some history. Some neighbors believe that there was a party going on last night, and that may be the root of the alleged fight. However, none of that has been confirmed, but all can agree that there's always something fishy going on here.
We believe we have the person responsible in custody, and we're conducting search warrants and collecting evidence as I speak.
Fargo police say around 6:21 this morning, they received a call from Daniel Habinger. He told them he got into a fight and that another man was dead. The fight broke out at the corner of 7th Avenue North and 10th Street North in Fargo. Officials are still investigating the scene to gather evidence and determine the identity of the victim.
As part of the investigation, an autopsy will be conducted to determine the cause of death. And when the identity of the victim is determined and confirmed, we will notify next of kin, and then we'll release the identity of the victim.
Neighbors were shocked when they saw cops all over the streets outside their homes Friday morning. But they told me when they realized which building they were surrounding, they weren't surprised. In Fargo, Ashley Holcomb, Valley News Live.
Habinger has not been officially charged at this time. He's being held in the Cass County Jail. We are heading into the weekend expecting pretty nice temps, but knowing that by the time Sunday rolls around, we'll be thinking about rain and heavy snow. A winter storm as we enter the month of March. Who's getting what, how much, and when? Hutch has more on that. Hutch?
Thanks so much, Andrea. As we head toward the latter portion of our fairly quiet weekend, things get unquiet. Here's the basics of the timeline as we go from Sunday night. We'll see rain and sleet south, snow north and west, heavy at times already. Changing to snow for most of us as we go through the day on Monday. Increasing wind will cause a potential danger to travelers and livestock, particularly in the Northern Valley and out west. And then Tuesday, periods of snow and wind do continue. Here's how some models are showing the storm system developing. And as we go through our Sunday, we'll see rain south with a mix of frozen precipitation in the valley, but snow developing out west. Now, as we go into Monday morning, this begins to transition to snow for many of us, and it could be moderate to heavy at times from the Devil's Lake Basin and Grand Forks down towards our western counties. And going through the day, the wind picks up out west as we go through Monday, with snow continuing through much of the area. As we go into Tuesday, the snow exits, and where we see these deep blue colors here from Grand Forks and the Devil's Lake Basin down through Stutsman County and our south and western counties, that's where we'll have the greatest impact to both livestock and travelers. This will come with a pretty stout north wind as we go through the day as well. So if you are a rancher with young livestock on the ground, you may want to provide wind breaks for them and stay up to date with the very latest in the forecast. We have a few flakes moving through the area north of the FM area tonight. I'll have details in your hour-by-hour forecast on what you can expect this evening and for the early half of our weekend here in a minute.
Okay, thanks, Hutch. And make sure you have the Valley News Live Storm Team weather app so you can keep up with the weather anytime, anywhere. You'll get the latest forecasts and conditions so that you can plan your day. Just search VNL Weather in the App Store and download it for free. Manslaughter charges have been filed against a man involved in a fatal car crash that killed a 2-year-old boy. Clay County Attorney Brian Melton tells Valley News Live that charges were filed today against Jeremy Sagvold of Sabin. He could face up to 20 years in prison if convicted. The crash happened in January at the intersection of 34th Street and Highway 10 East in Moorhead. Police say 2-year-old Zayden Engen Ness was in a vehicle with his parents when they were rear-ended by a pickup driven by Sagvold. Zayden was taken to a hospital for treatment but died as a result of his injuries. Developing this evening from the campus of the University of North Dakota in Grand Forks. Campus police served a search warrant at the Phi Delta Theta fraternity house involving allegations of embezzlement by the house treasurer. Authorities say they arrested 23-year-old Chase Johnson and took him to the Grand Forks County Correctional Center. He has been charged with theft of property, a Class B felony. The amount allegedly stolen was between $10,000 and $50,000. Johnson is also the treasurer of the UND student body. Police say the investigation is ongoing. New developments in the case involving the hour-long standoff in West Fargo on Thursday morning. Police have now released the mugshot of 51-year-old Sergio Hidalgo Jr. of West Fargo, who was arrested and is being held in the Cass County Jail on charges of gross sexual imposition. Yesterday morning, police responded to the 100 block of 12th Street East on a report of a suicidal male with a weapon. After about an hour-long standoff, police say Hidalgo eventually came out of the home unharmed. A woman who was home at the time was also able to get out. Police say this case is still active. A registered sex offender is making Barnes County his home, and the Sheriff's Department wants you to know. Devin Allen Odegaard will be residing at 205 5th Avenue in Litchville, North Dakota. Odegaard was convicted in Clay County for criminal sexual conduct in 2010. His victims were 14 and 15-year-old girls and were his friends. Parents of the Richfield, Minnesota 6-year-old girl injured in a crash earlier this week are now mourning the loss of their child. The girl, Jordan Owens, was in critical condition following an accident involving the car she was riding in and a Metro Transit bus. According to the report, Owens' father hit the bus around 7:30 Monday morning at an intersection in Richfield, causing their vehicle to careen into another Metro bus. Owens' siblings were also injured in the crash, but were listed in satisfactory condition. The man found dead during the Eel Pout Festival in Walker, Minnesota, has been identified as 21-year-old Samuel Shuley of Bemidji. Police say Shuley was found unresponsive Sunday morning on Leech Lake during the festival. Police are not releasing any more information at this time. It's Friday and time to take a look at this week's Valley's Most Wanted. Police say 25-year-old Leonard Delorme Jr. is wanted for a probation violation on a felony charge of unlawful entry into a vehicle, forgery, and theft of property. His picture is up on your screen right now. You can call your local law enforcement if you have any information on Delorme Jr. The 53rd annual Red River Valley Sportsman Show is underway at the Fargo Dome. From RVs and boats to cabins and even wolves, the show has a variety of activities going on all weekend. Thousands of people visit this show each year, and show organizers are expecting a huge turnout once again. Plenty of vendors are also set up at the Fargo Dome. The show is for not only outdoor enthusiasts, but people of all ages.
It's all about everything that's great in spring and summer in this area. So whether it's boat, camping, resorts, lodges, and then we got a bunch of great family events, kids fishing clinics, live trout fishing, hunting and fishing seminars.
The show runs all weekend at the Fargo Dome. You can buy tickets in person. For a full list of events, head to our website, valleynewslive.com. Generosity from people in this area helped the Make-A-Wish Foundation rack up some miles for kids who really need it. That's still ahead tonight.